Hello everyone. Today we will talk about the old computers, how they started and what they were used as in the early days. In the early days, the computers were meant to be used only for calculations. Many years ago, in their most rudimentary form, computers were very large and slow. Gradually, computers have become smaller and faster, enabling people to use them virtually anywhere. New computer technology has enabled more advanced business tasks as well. In the early days, the computers were really slow and early, making it difficult for the users to use with very less storage and RAM. I will show you how the computers changed over how they used to look in the early days and how they look now. The technology has changed over time. The computers changed over time with developers developing new operating system and application, and the hardware engineer building new computer. Technology has changed a lot. Early on there were very few applications, and most of them ran on the web, not the mobile. So when everything was on the web, people used to browse the web to download applications in their computers. People used to download everything in their computer in the early 80s, 90s and early 2000s. Internet was really different early on as well. The internet was called Usenet or dial-up internet. The Usenet was a Unix-based system that used a dial-up connection to transfer data through telephone modems. The internet was really slow in the early 80s, early 90s and early 2000s as well. Most of them famous applications were browse on the web because App Store and Google Play wasn't around at that time. People used to have a tough time browsing the internet because the internet used to be slow and everything would take long to load and people to get frustrated. People really used to have a tough with computers and the internet back in the days. It wasn't easy for many people to manage the computers and the internet because everything was slow. The computers used to have less RAM and storage, and the internet speed was slow. Old computers had floppy disk to save the data. Floppy disk was like the USB. If someone had to save something, they would save it in the floppy disk to access it on their computers. And old computers had CD-ROM and DVD-ROM as well. Also in 2000, the USB flash drive is introduced. Used for data storage, they were faster and had a greater amount of storage space than other storage media options. Plus, they couldn't be scratched like CDs. CD-ROM and DVD-ROM were still around till the late 2000s. People to listen to music on their computers by playing the CDs, and they used to also burn the CDs from the computers so they can listen to music in their cars, CD players, etc. People to watch movies on the computers as well when the computers had the DVD-ROM. There's a lot we can talk about, but we will keep that for the next week. Let me know what you miss about the old technology in the comments below and what you want to learn next. Until then, see you next time.